Hi, Mass Frequency, and all those on the Sungay Studio YouTube channel. So, another question from Mass Frequency is, when did I decide to become an artist? I laugh because I think, well, let's see, how long you got? Anyway, I don't really know, to be honest. I think that, truthfully, when I was born, it was just in me. I think it can, in others, evolve, develop, be inspired. Um, but for me, I've always had this desire to creatively express myself in the world. From the earlier video, like I talked about, drawing on the wall. I remember even as a kid, 3-4 months before the holidays were coming around, Christmas time, I would start making gifts. I would recycle things. If someone had a tiny little gift box, I took it out and bought little tchotchkes and made like assemblage or collages in them. I've just always been around art too. I was exposed to culture and art when I was very young. My father used to take my brother and I to the museums. I remember I have this one photo that I really love. It's of my brother and I standing looking at the cases at the Field Museum of Natural History here in Chicago. And I was like 4 years old, 5 years old, and I'm standing there like intently studying the stuff in this case. And you know, those experiences we have when we're young, really, that exposure really impacts our lives as we continue to grow, and not necessarily always in a conscious way. They get into our subconscious mind. There are things we seek out, these sort of cultural experiences, or at least I have always, but I never knew it was something so unique until someone actually said that to me. Well, you know, you've been raised in this kind of cultural household, and I always took it for granted. Like, even behind me, for example, like everything you're looking at, this train, and that's not from my upbringing, but it's just a reflection of my life. This train you see behind me is actually my husband, who's a self-taught sculptor, Tyrus Upton. He made that for our son out of just, you know, recycled materials, wood and old film cases from cameras and all different things, and made it look like this one cohesive thing. Our whole house, people come over to our house and they're like, it's like an art gallery. I don't think of it that way. It's just how I live, and it's how I've always lived. So I guess that's the long answer to the short question of when did I decide to become an artist. I don't think I ever really decided to become an artist. I think I decided to study art formally when I applied to School of the Art Institute of Chicago. But that was even just a natural outgrowth of my natural expression, because in high school I took, you know, all the different art classes. Instead of being one of the kids that hung out after school, I would like fiend to stay after school and work on my art. And when my art teacher said, you should apply to School of the Art Institute, I was like, okay. I didn't even look at any other colleges. I didn't even know there were other colleges. I applied, they accepted me, they gave me a merit scholarship on my portfolio, and I just kind of flowed along, and it's really been the story of my life. I've flowed in this natural cultural stew, and I love it.